Over 1 million displaced people in Marib face food insecurity, and 140,000 families are in urgent need of assistance, despite repeated warnings from local and international organizations about the threats of famine. No large-scale humanitarian interventions appeared on horizon. This report has more.
In Ma'rib Governorate, thousands of displaced people live in conditions that can hardly be called livable. No proper shelter, insufficient food, and no signs of return on the horizon. The suspension of food aid, the deterioration of economic conditions, and the absence of income sources have all pushed many families into complete inability to secure their daily sustenance.
Life is extremely difficult. Poverty is crushing us. Prices are soaring, and the lack of salaries means whatever income we do have is no longer enough to cover basic needs with the rising cost in the market. Resources reaching us are scarce.
Muhammad is just one face of the broader tragedy of displacement in Ma'rib, where camps continue to expand amid a worrying decline in humanitarian assistance. Data from the executive unit indicates the presence of more than 209 camps, with Ma'rib receiving over 1,770 newly displaced families in the past year alone. Meanwhile, over 1.1 million displaced people face a food crisis, and more than 140,000 families are at risk of severe hunger and urgently need aid, according to the Displacement Management Authority.
Marib Governorate, which hosts more than 2,200 displaced people living in 210 camps, is overwhelmed by a worsening crisis. Over 1.1 million displaced persons are in need of food, and more than 138,000 families require emergency food assistance. There has been a significant decline in humanitarian funding, and many organizations are on the verge of closing their offices.
Despite repeated warnings from local and international organizations about the threats of famine, no large-scale humanitarian interventions appear on the horizon. This is happening amid a rapid economic collapse, lack of government solutions, and rising poverty and unemployment rates. This reality has forced displaced people into a daily battle against hunger and its consequences, malnutrition and disease, affecting tens of thousands of children and women. It is a tragic scene that demands urgent intervention before famine spreads further and saving lives becomes impossible.